Welcome back to another Straight Talk podcast with All Pest Solutions. My name is Whitney Daniel, founder and CEO of All Pest Solutions, and today we're going to talk about our office staff, and I have a special guest today, and her name is Lana Carroll. And like I said, Lana is one of our 4 office staff, my rock stars that run our company and answer the phone. And so, Lana, tell us a little bit about you this morning.
Yeah, along with working for Wendell here, I am married with 3 crazy boys at home, 2 giant male dogs, and a house full of guys. Love doing anything outdoorsy, hunting, fishing, big sports fan, go Rangers.
Awesome. So the reason I have Lana on today is she just accomplished something for us that we want to talk about today, and I'm going to let her tell you what that is. So tell us what we just got through doing, Lana.
Yeah, I just got my technician license.
Awesome. So tell the listening audience today a little bit of what that entails.
Yeah, so obviously it starts with some classroom work. You have to do quite a bit of, studying involved. You have to do at least 20 hours in general standards, 8 hours in each of the categories that you're seeking. So for me, that was termite and general pest control. Okay. Before you can start your on-the-job training. Once I got out in the field, it's at least 40 hours doing that.
Yeah, in both categories.
Yes, yes.
I think that was the part you liked the best, was out riding with the guys and actually performing the services.
Definitely my favorite. Being in the office, you don't always get to see that side, and it was huge for me to be able to see exactly what our technicians are doing at our customers' homes.
Yep. Not everyone would find that intriguing, but a boy mom and one that played college softball, she was all about getting out with the field and the guys and learning what that. But the most important piece of that for us as a business was to show the consumer just one more founding principle. When you have a slogan of experience, the ultimate in value, integrity, and trust, how important it is for us to be a step above our competitor, and having a licensed technician in the office that answers the phone was the largest piece of that. So we could talk intelligently to our consumer about the pest problems that they have. One of the things that a guy asked me one time how I learned how to run a company or be a pest control operator. It was a whole lot of what not to do. And I know as a consumer, I absolutely despise to call somebody that I do business with and not talk to a live human. And, one of the things we want to highlight today, and we're going to go through that on our PowerPoint, we have 4 office staff. And being able to call and talk to a real live person, and we wanted you to know who those were when you call in and talk to us. And we've got some live shots of Lana in the field performing those tasks. But, one of the things that separates us apart as well is most companies, when you call in, they will schedule a technician to come to your house. And now there's a 2-step process. We do all that in-house. And so all of our office staff can have duties and tasks, but they also all answer the phone. I mean, it's a fight to who can answer it the fastest, because we don't want you on hold. And we don't want you talking to a computer. And they all can sell, but when it comes down to, in our business, to making identifications of insects, that's a legal requirement, which is why we made the financial commitment with Lana to be licensed. There has been times where she'll get out and go in the field. We have some of those pictures where she's out doing training, and we're at DEFCON 4. She can get in a truck and go take care of a service and a customer. But we just really wanted the consumer to understand the difference with us in being able to do that and have somebody. So I just kind of want to go through some of the pictures today. And like I said, this was Lana performing some of our services in the field. The one that stands out the most is we do bed bug treatments, and we took Lana out in our training on some bed bug jobs, and actually found that to be huge. Talk a little bit about how that unfolded with us in the field.
Yeah, that was something really unexpected. We got a comment from our customer, actually, that she really appreciated having a female at her house for this bed bug treatment. And it's something you wouldn't expect for a pest control treatment to be so intimate, but when it comes to bed bugs, you're literally emptying every drawer, every underwear drawers, your entire closet. And so to have a female there bagging your most intimate belongings made her feel so much more comfortable.
Yeah, and we also just discovered, as all of us know, women are just far better organizers when it comes to packing and gathering, and that became a trait that was huge that day, of just packing up a house. Just was better done by her for sure.
Yeah, don't come to my own house. It may not be that organized.
So we wanted to also just highlight our other office personnel today. So when you call in at Pest Solutions, you know who you're talking to. So this is Cori Berkowitz. She's our office manager. I would say she's the heartbeat, mom, soul of the company. I call her my work wife, but all things office related. This is our go-to girl here. You can kind of see the things that she's over as well. We'll go to the next slide. This is Tanja Duncan. She's our newest to the crew, so she answers the phone like all of us do. She's over termite renewals and responds to our online submissions. We'll go to the next one. And Miss Whitney. So we'll talk about Whitney a minute. So this is my daughter-in-law, Will. So she's married to Jacob, our chief of operations, and she's over past due collections, answers the phone, and our tech route optimization of our new software program. You had a comment about Whitney. You said she leaves what?
Little love notes. So if you've ever had to change credit cards in our system, or your card didn't go through and you happen to be past due, you'll get little love notes from Whitney. That's what we call them instead of our past due collection calls.
That's awesome. So that's kind of our office staff. One of the things else that separates us apart as a company is that I would say most pest control companies that are our size, if you will, probably have 2 office personnel max, and we have 4. And you'd ask why. Why do we make that financial commitment? One is just to be a better company to the consumer. Everything we do is consumer driven. Being able to identify pests, as we talked about. Why do we go to the financial commitment we did with Lana to be able to be a licensed technician? I mean, think of that as a journeyman electrician, a master plumber. But yet at the end of the day, she answers the phone. But it's so much more than that. It's a value to the consumer, so that we are a better service to those that do business with us.
I think that is something that customers don't realize, is that you legally have to be licensed to be able to identify pests. On the phone, we can't just say, if you send us a picture, that's an ant or that's a termite. You legally have to have a license to be able to make that determination. And so, the value of me being able to do that in the office right away versus having to send it out to an entomologist or to a technician in the field and wait on a response, as a customer, that saves you time and money.
It does, and it provides for a quicker response to the consumer as well. Not every day are we able to, but we pride ourselves, especially on that first-time customer calling, to do our best to get there as quickly as possible, and many times same day. But when you can knock out a trip, make the identification, describe the service, price it, schedule it, and get out there same day, it's just a far better value to the consumer. And that's why we made the financial commitment with Lana to be able to do that, so that we have a quicker turnaround to the customer.
Yeah, y'all could have stopped with on-the-job training, right? You could have just sent me out in the field to follow around the technicians so that I know what they do, but just taking that extra step to actually get my license, I feel like really showed commitment on y'all's part as a company.
We try hard to be the best at what we do and provide, that value, integrity, and trust that we talk about in our slogan. It's not just words. As one of my podcasts we talked about, you can't just talk about it, you got to be about it. And we try really hard to be about it. And, and it's amazing too, especially the more people that move to Texas that are not really, bug friendly, if you'd say. We get some really interesting phone calls that happen.
Definitely.
I've heard Lana and the girls, all of them really, just talk somebody off the ledge. They're ready to sell the house and move back.
Set it on fire.
Because of a wolf spider, the size of a coffee cup running across the table. So what else you want to talk about today as we wrap up here today, Lana?
I just really appreciate you taking the time to invest in us as employees and constantly presenting more challenges. There's nothing worse than feeling like you've hit your ceiling, and I just appreciate you giving me those opportunities. You
bet. We get up every day and face the world in our business and try to be the best at what we do. 20,000 licensed company in the state of Texas. You can choose anybody. We consider it an honor and a privilege to work for you. You know, there's a lot to be said about a one-man show, but, man, it's hard to take the time that it takes to – I mean, sometimes my girls are on the phone 20 or 30 minutes with a customer before we ever sell it. Well, it's hard to do that if you're a one-man show and you're in somebody's attic, you're trying to perform a service at Mrs. Jones' house, and Mrs. Smith is calling. You know, you need to be able to dedicate the time to Mrs. Smith, build the value, calm her down to where she don't need to have to sell the house to solve this problem, and then get it scheduled, make her feel confident, and then get out and perform the service.
Yep, no automated services here. We're ready to take your call, here to help Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Awesome.
Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed our podcast segment today and highlight our office staff because they are the heartbeat of our company. We appreciate you joining us today, and we will see you next month on another Straight Talk with All Pest Solutions.